Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. My name is Dr. Sayyid Adnan Ali Shah. So the topic of today's lecture is stereochemistry in drug activity. So in this lecture we will learn what is the relationship between the stereochemistry of the molecule and the drug activity. So I have divided this lecture into two parts. The first part will be cover the basic concept of stereochemistry, in which we will learn about the stereoisomer, chiral, achiral, RS system and conformation of organic compounds. Second part of the lecture will cover the stereochemistry and the drug activity. In this one we will see some of the examples of the chiral drugs and uh, what is the relationship between the stereochemistry and the drug action. So first of all, what is isomers? So isomers are the molecule with the same molecular formula but different arrangement of atom. So isomers are divided into two parts, which first isomers are the constitutional isomer, which have the different bonding pattern. For example, the chain isomers, for example, you can see the butane and isobutane, they have same molecular formula but different structural formula. uh, in position isomers, you can see the same, this one have same molecular formula but different structural formula. One is alcohol, second one is first one is the primary alcohol, the second one is the secondary alcohol. So just like same as the functional isomer, one molecule is carboxylic, second one is the ester, having same molecular formula but different structural formula. The second part of the isomers are the stereoisomers, which are also called the spatial isomers, right? Which have different orientation of the atom in space. So stereochemistry is the chemistry of the molecule in a space. So the stereoisomer divided into four isomers. One is the conformational isomers, which is totally depend upon the different rotation of the rotation about the single molecule. For example, this molecule, the structure of the butane having different conformers. So once first this, you can see the methyls are here. The second methyl is antiposition. The third one, which is the gauche, which have the two methyls are about 30 degree in the space. The second part of the stereoisomers are the configurational isomers, which have different configuration. For example, in case of the double bond, if the two hydrogens are on the same plane, they are the Z, and if the two hydrogens are anti to each other, they are called the E isomer. So E and Z or cis or trans, these are the configurational isomer. And the third one is distereoisomers or enantiomers. So enantiomers are the non-identical mirror image structures, or can say the non-superimposable mirror images. So they are called the enantiomers. So you can see the structure of alanine, D and L. So in the alanine, you can see these molecules are mirror image of each other. If you put this molecule onto this one, then they are non-superimposable mirror images. This is called the enantiomers. If the molecules are not enantiomers, they are the diisoisomers. So diisomers are not enantiomers, so they are not mirror images of each other. They are called the diisoisomers. So we will see later some of the examples in which you will clearly understand what are these isomers are. So first of all, the most important thing is we should understand what is the chirality. So chirality is the handedness of the molecule that exists of the left and right opposition. For example, if there's a two, your left hand, the right hand, they are mirror image of each other, but they are non-superimposable. So this is called the chirality. So for example, the most of the biological molecules are chiral in nature. For example, this enzyme, protein, DNA, these are all are the chiral. So all living organism contain almost only the left handed amino acid and the right handed amino acid. So the proteins in the DNA are also the chiral. So the biological, the biological and the pharmaceutical activity of the many molecules is often directly related to the chirality. So there is one example. You can see that we need the sugar, right, in our body. But if we were to eat the mirror image of these sugar, for example, right hand sugar, instead of right hand sugar we eat the left handed sugar, then we would starve, as our body can only metabolize the right handed sugar. This is, for instance, utilized in the same artificial sweeteners such as the tagatos and natolose. So these are the mirror images of the milk sugar, and that is the taste sweetener, but we cannot absorb uh, these left-handed sugars, so therefore have the 0 calories. So the similar example we can see in case of the chirality is the two mirror images form of the chiral molecule that have very different smell, such as with the spearmint and the spice caraway that tastes like the human. So these are all the examples of the chirality. So just you can see these are the molecules, these are the chiral compounds, the drug, sugars, amino acid, DNA. These are all the chiral example of the chiral compound. So if you see this one, these are the left hand and the right hand. So these hands are the mirror image of each other but non superimposable. So this molecule, you can see the molecule structure of the molecule structure. You get these are the enantiomer of this propyloxyphene, right? So you can see these are the molecules which are mirror image to each other, right? But no this, if let's say we superimpose this one, right, they are non superimposable mirror image. This is called the chirality. Uh, so and then you can see this one also the example of the chiral, the with this carbon with 4 different groups, and then if let's say we superimpose these molecules, they are non superimposable mirror image. So this is all are the examples of the chirality. So you can see these are the natural chirality, left-handed and the right-handed strain of the RNA. So these are also example of them that in our body there all the biological molecules are the chiral in nature. So a molecule having one chirality centers are called the chirals. For example, chiral centers, they are the tetrahedral carbons that bounded with the 4 different groups. So you can see this one for instance, this is the carbon with X, W, Z, and Y. So they are so this is one of the chiral molecule, and this is a mirror image of that one. If you superimpose that one, they are non superimposable mirror images. So these are called so this is this middle one is the chiral center, or a stereogenic center, or a stereo center, right? So they will generate the chirality. So this whole environment can create the chirality in a molecule. So the important property of the enantiomers with the single chiral center is that they are interchange. Any two groups at chiral center convert one enantiomer into another, right? So so if for example we interchange the group, for example instead of the Y, and so it can be changed into the another enantiomer. So this is also, you can see this example. This is the carbon with 4 different groups. So this carbon is called the stereogenic carbon or stereo center, and this molecule is a chiral. So this is the importance of the chirality. You can see this limonene and this plus limonene and the minus limonene, though both are the is both are the enantiomers. So which have they are non-superimposable mirror images. So you can see the one enantiomers have the orange smell, the second and the another enantiomers have the lemon smell. So means the both enantiomers have different different the chemical properties, right? In case of this one, you can see the carbon minus carbon, and the plus carbon is spearmint smell, and the second this enantiomers have the dal and caraway smell. So half of all the pharmaceuticals are the chiral compounds. So for example, in case of the ibuprofen and the R ibuprofen, so out of these, S have the more bioactive or biologically active compound as compared to the other enantiomer. So you can see this is also example of the molecule which are stereogenic center, right? So this carbon is the chiral carbon with 4 different groups, right? And this one is the second enantiomers of this molecule. So this molecule also have the chiral center here and chiral center here. So these are all are the chirality in the molecule. So the chirality is very important for the improvement of the drug ability. You can see the chirality can improve the drug, improve the solubility in a drug, or solubility of the drug, or increase the potency, and it also provide the better selectivity toward the enzyme. So later we will see that the two enantiomers which have with entirely different properties, or one enantiomer is more active than the another one molecule, have same molecular formula but different arrangement of the atom in a space, having different biological activity. So these are so chirality can introduce the improvement of the solubility of the drug, better generate the better selectivity. It can interfere in the metabolic stability, and right. So so chirality is used for the improvement of the drug ability. So identifying the chiral centers in a molecule, can see the amphetamine, right, plus and minus, right. So these two molecules are enantiomers. They are non-superimposable mirror images. They have the chiral center here, C carbon, and this one. So these are the chiral centers, and in the steric the chiral center has integrated. So in the case of the ketamine and the plus and minus, so these are the chiral center in a molecule. So these are several chiral centers in the levometropon minus and plus. So these are mirror images of each other, non-superimposable mirror images. In this molecule, although there is no carbon, but known carbon chiral center, this phosphorus is the chiral center. So this one is the example of the anti-cancer drug, which is Taxol. You can, if let's say you count the chiral carbon, this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 and 11. So these are there are the 11 chiral centers in a molecule. So you can see the chirality play a very important role in the drug activity. Also later we will see some of the examples. So in this one you can see how, if let's say you have to identify whether how many chiral centers a molecule. So these are also examples of some antibiotic and antimicrobial agents. So there are several chiral centers in a molecule. Can see this one, or the stereochemistry, wherever you can see this one is line and weight. So these show the stereo of all the chiral centers. These are the chiral centers vancomycin. So in this one also, this one is the chiral center, right? And then so all 4 groups are different, CO, C, H2, and then this one and one hydrogen. So in this one also teilovecin, vancine, So these are several stereoisomers in the molecules, and this is also the example of the chiral bond. So now we can see what is the relationship between enantiomers and the diisomers. Enantiomers are the non-superimposable mirror images. So you can see this one hydroxyl is at front and the head side at the back. So they both have same molecular formula but different arrangement of the functional group in a space, but these two molecules are non-superimposable mirror images, right. So and then this molecule and this molecule, you can see the only the difference of the stereochemistry here but not here. So they are not mirror images, and they are not mirror images, so they are the diisoisomers. And these also the diisomers. So this molecule and this molecule, you can see the stereochemistry is of the hydroxy is at front, right, and then this one is CH3 at the back. So this one's in this one CH3 is at front and OH will be at the back. So this is they are the relationship between these molecules are they are enantiomers of each other. They are diisomers because only one carbon chiral carbon have different stereochemistry, so they are diisomer. They are not enantiomers. So what is the difference between the chiral and achiral? You can see this carbon have doesn't have the 4 different groups, right, and so this one is these are not a mirror image, they are superimposable. They are superimposed to each other, CH3, right, and so you can see they can be superimposable, right, they can be superimposable, they are not enantiomer. So for the enantiomer, there should be mirror image, non-superimposable mirror images. So in this one, you can see if let's say the two similar groups, if we cut from middle, so they have the plane of symmetry. If the molecule have the plane of symmetry, then they are not enantiomers, they are the meso compounds, right? So they are achiral. So if they have the plane of symmetry or the carbon have two same groups, they are called the achiral, right? So this one, in this one, you can see the relationship between these two molecules. This molecule, the ephedrine minus and plus, and here the pseudo ephedrine. So in this one, you can see this. These two molecules have the stereochemistry of both carbons are opposite in this one, right? So they are mirror image, non-superimposable mirror images, and then the relationship between this molecule and this molecules will be the diisomer, because only one stereocarbon have the different stereochemistry rather than the both. So if there's a two both chiral center have opposite stereochemistry, they are called the enantiomers. And if let's say the only one out of two carbons, only one carbon have the same one carbon have the opposite stereochemistry, they are called the diisoisomers. So this is the example of enantiomers and diisomers. Now these are also the examples of the molecule which have the molecule which have the same connectivity. If they have the same connectivity, right, so if no, is same connectivity, no, then they are the constitutional isomer. If they have the same connectivity with different space orientation in the space, they are called the stereoisomers. So these two molecules, you can say these two molecules are enantiomers to each other, mirror images of each other, right? So the relationship between these two molecules are the enantiomers, right? And then these two molecules, you can see that they only one carbon have the different stereochemistry, right? So they are the relationship between these two molecules are diisoisomers. So that's why if the same connectivity, different spatial arrangement is different, they are the stereoisomers. So superimposable, if they are no superimposable, they are the stereoisomers. If they have no mirror image, they are the diisomers. If for example in case of this one, they are the mirror images of each other, they are enantiomers. So now we come to the RS system, the configuration of the stereogenic center. What is the configuration RS configuration of the this carbon? So this as you learned in your previous courses also, there should be the absolute configuration of this carbon, which can be the R or can be the S, which is the R and S configuration can be find out through the Kahn-Ingold method, right? In this one method, we push the hydrogen at the back, and then we start the priority from the highest group, higher the start the priority from the high atomic number of group, and then we can see whether the sequence is the clockwise or the anti-clockwise. For example, you can see this one is carbon. This all four groups are different, means this carbon is stereogenic center, or the molecule have the chirality. So for this one, first we move this the priority level is we have to decide the lowest priority group and the highest priority groups, right? So the lowest priority group here is the fluorine, right? Fluoride. Yeah, so the fluoride is the lowest priority group. So we move the lowest priority group at the back, right? And high priority group is the iodine, and the second one is bromine, third one is chlorine, and the fourth one is fluoride, right? So we will start from the first, we move this fluoride at the back, and then move from higher atomic number to the lowest, right? So this one is you have the movement of this is the counterclockwise, so this one is S. If the movement is opposite, then it will be the stoichiochemistry of the carbon will be the R, right? Now the same as you can see, the two molecule which is enantiomers, they are non-superimposable mirror images, right? So one is the R, stoichiochemistry is R, the second one is the S, the same. So these are, so if the molecule is R, one molecule is R, the second one is S, means they are enantiomers to each other. Only the difference is the stoichiochemistry at the different at the stereogenic center. So these are all the examples. So you can see in the case of the penicillin also. So this one carbon is stereogenic center, this one is stereogenic center. So all stereogenic center have the different constitutional or different stereochemistry. This one is 2, this one is number carbon number 6. The stoichiochemistry of this carbon is R, 6R, and the 5R, and the carbon number 2, starting from the numbering from here 1 to the stoichiochemistry of this stereogenic center is 2S. So all chiral carbon have the on the molecule, in this case having the different configurational isomer. So in case of this this molecule also, R and S, they are non-superimposable mirror images. So this is already I've explained you the relationship between. So these two are the enantiomer, they are non-superimposable mirror images. They are not mirror images, so they are the diisomer, right? But here you can see this molecule having same molecular formula, but different spatial arrangement. But this molecule have the plane of symmetry, right? So if molecule have the plane of symmetry, means can have same in both sides the molecule is same. This one is the plane of symmetry. If there is a plane of symmetry, then molecule is called the meso compounds. So this one also, if this molecule have the plane of symmetry, two similar groups, they can cut from the middle, they divided into two parts, they will be the same. So meaning that this molecule have planes of symmetry. But if let's say you can see all in this carbon, all four groups are different. If we cut from the middle, there is no plane of symmetry. This is called the asymmetric carbon or chiral, and this one is the achiral carbon or symmetrical in nature, right? So this one molecule have the plane of symmetry. Of course this one molecule have same plane of symmetry, because the CH2 here, hydrogen and carbon, this molecule have plane of symmetry. Now we come to the racemic mixture. The racemic mixtures are the mixtures with a equimolar amount of both enantiomers. They are called the racemate or racemic mixture. Most of the drugs are available in racemic mixture. For example, the 50-50% one 50% is the R and 50% is S. This is one example of the R naproxen and S naproxen. So this is also one example of the drug which is available in the racemic mixture. This thalidomide, R thalidomide have the sedative effect, antidepressant. The S1 has the teratogen, cause the birth defect by the damning the unborn fetus. So you can see that only the difference of the stereochemistry, right? Only different opposite of the stereochemistry has in the molecule can interfere the activity of the drug, right? So these are the mirror images of each other, right? But they have both molecules have entirely different biological activity. Now the configurational isomer which contain the alkene, it is also called the geometrical isomer EZ, right? If the hydrogens are on the same plane, this is called the cis. If the hydrogens are on trans, they are called the trans isomers, or the E isomerism, right? So for example, you can see in this one two methyls are opposite to each other, so they are the E isomer of 2-bromo-2-fluorobutene. And this one, the two methyls are on the same plane, they are called the cis isomer, right? In case of cisplatin, you can see if the chloride, if the both chlorine are on the same plane, or you can say the both chlorines are different plane, they are the transplatin, and this one is the cisplatin, right? So in case of the cyclohexene chair conformation, you can see the molecule have the different conformation in a double bond. So easy in nature, generally all the unsaturated hydrocarbons fatty acids are found in the cis or Z configuration. You can see the palmitoleic acid, oleic acid all have the the geometrical isomers, or the configuration of this double bond is the cis or Z configuration. In case of the linolenic acid, all are cis. So you can see hydrogen. So all naturally available the fatty acids are the cis or Z configuration. So now there's a chirality center and known carbon. So not essentially only carbon is only the stereogenic center. Center can be nitrogen, also can be phosphorus and sulfur. This is an example in case of the phosphine, heteroatoms, onium. So these are the stereogenic center. They are the chiral centers, right? All different are the different groups. But in case of this phosphine, can lone pair of electrons can create the chirality in a molecule. The same thing in case of the sulfur also. So this lone pair of electron can generate the chirality in a molecule. So these are all the examples of the chiral centers at known carbon atom, right? So this one is the stereogenic center. This one also stereogenic center. With nitrogen have 4 different groups, right? 4 different groups: CH3, CH2, CH3, CH2, and then this phenolic one. These are stereogenic center. This one also stereogenic center. Lone pair of electron can generate the chirality in a molecule. So the example of from the few drugs also have the sulfur with a lone pair of electrons, right? They have the chirality because of this lone pair. So the esomeprazole, right, which is a PUM inhibitor, which have the chirality because of this sulfur. And this one is the armodafinil, right, which is the wakefulness promoting agent. Chirality is because of this lone pair of electron on a sulfur. So other chirality sources, yeah, the chirality can also originate from the chirality axis. For example, the movement of the molecule, the strict movement of the molecule. This movement can be strict because of the presence of the bulky groups, right? So isomerism that result from the hindered rotation about the single bond. So this is a single bond between this naphthalene and this naphthalene biphenyl. So the strict rotation because of this bulky group, which strict the rotation in a molecule, and molecule become chiral. So not always the four different groups create the chirality in a molecule, or chirality of the molecule can also be created through the strict or hindered rotation about the single bond, or because of this carbon-carbon double bond. So carbon-carbon double bond, as you know, the double bond, if there is a double bond between the carbon, which can split the rotation of the carbon, which create the chirality in a molecule. So in case of this molecule also, you can see the big molecule of this bromine, which create the chirality in a molecule. So they are the enantiomers, known superimposable mirror images. So so because of this bromine molecule, the rotation between the carbon-carbon bond is restricted, right? So this creates the chirality in a molecule. So there are the examples of, can see the antibiotic, there's a vancomycin. The chirality is, although the chirality of the in a molecule is because of these chiral centers also, and the chirality in this antibiotic is because of the multiple chirality axis hindered rotation of carbon-carbon, hindered rotation between these carbon-carbon and carbon-oxygen bond and the carbon-carbon bond rotation because of the hindered rotation of the molecule, right? So this is here the chirality is generated because of the chiral centers also, and the strict rotation of the this bulky groups, right? For example, this one hindered rotation. In this molecule also the chirality is because of the hindered rotation because of the bulky group generate the chirality in a molecule. So in some of the molecules, this strict rotation can invert toward the favorable conditions. So for example, you can see this one phenyl group and the hydroxyl group, right? So these are the sterically hindered conformation, right? So molecule can rotate and then attain the favorable condition where the small groups is now in the space. So this one is the most stable, this one is the less stable, the same as in this one, right? This one is a large group and this one is a small group, but here this one you can see the large group is with the NH, right? It hindered the stability of the molecule. So once the molecule rotates, then this the methoxy will be near to this NH, will be so these ones the steric hindrance also play us here. The steric hindrances are very far away from each other as compared to here. That's why this conformation is more stable as compared to this one. So this stereochemical model in a molecule. So now we come to the conformation of the organic molecule. First we have already seen the configurational isomer. Now we have seen some of the examples of enantiomers, diastereomers, meso compounds. Then we see the RS configuration, right? How to assign the configuration in a molecule, and then easy configuration or geometrical isomerism or stereochemistry in a double bond molecules, right? And then now we come to the conformation of the organic molecule. So this is because the rotation The conformation is actually the rotation about the single bond in a molecule which resulted in different interconverting shapes and conformer. For example, you can see there is a carbon-carbon single bond in case of the butane. So these because of this single bond, the molecule is continuously rotating, right? So once they are rotating, they have the different conformation. So one molecule have different conformation, but they have different conformation in order to attain the stability. For example, in this one you can see methyl steric hindrance, right? So this is called the eclipse, right? So once this move to the 60-degree angle, then it will be the staggered, and then it will be attained the eclipse conformation, which is methyl and hydrogen will be at the eclipse, right? In this one is the staggered, eclipse, and staggered, right? These are the different conformation of only one molecule. So specific conformation is called they are all the conformers of the molecule. So it does not does not involve the breaking of the bond. But if, let's say, for example, we want to convert R into S, different configuration, we have to break the bond, then only configurational isomer will be changed, right? So meaning that one enantiomer cannot be converted to another enantiomer without breaking the bond, right? So for converting the R into S, we have to break the bond and then construct the molecule again, right? So but in the conformation, there is no breaking of bond, just a rotation of the rotation of different molecule because of the carbon-carbon single bond. So these are also, so it is different conformer have different energy. For example, the zinc periplanar have high energy, and the gauge have the this low energy because of the less steric hindrance, but here is a high steric hindrance in case of zinc periplanar. So these are different conformer of the butane and with the energy. So these are the conformation in case of the cyclohexane. That is cyclohexane in 2D dimension. It was the 3D dimension chair conformation of this chair conformation of cyclohexane. You can see this one, while the conversion of the chair into boat, the boat have the flex pole interaction because of the hydrogen. That's why the most stable conformation is the chair conformation, right? So converting one conversion of the one conformation into second one, right? So there are different conformations which have the high energy. For half chair boat, they have the high energy because of flex pole interaction. The most stable one is the chair conformation. So these are the conformation of different chair conformation in case of the molecules, right? So you can see here the interconversion of this one to this one, right? This one is the axial hydrogens, right? This one is the axial hydrogens or any group, and this one is the equatorial one, right? So this one here, isopropyl group is at the axial position, but once it interconverted from one chair conformer to another, then it will be converted to the equatorial. So these molecules are same. But the different conformers of same molecules are the same molecules, they are not different, but both the two enantiomers are different molecules, they have different activity, right? So don't be confused about the conformation. So one molecule have many conformations, they are the same molecule. Both enantiomers are different, they are non-superimposable mirror images, right? They have entirely different properties. These are the different conformation of the in case of the cis-decalene and the trans-decalene. You can see this one is both hydrogens are at the axial. Here this both hydrogens, one is axial and equatorial, they are the cis, on they are both hydrogens are at the same plane, right? So these are the conformations of different molecules. In case of the fused ring, right, in case of the cholesterol 5 beta and 5 alpha, because of this high stereochemistry of the carbon. This stereochemistry of the carbon, they have alpha because of the hydrogens are at the back and hydrogens are toward us. That is called the beta. So these are different conform. So these are the examples of the conformational constraint in a drug molecule, which is because of the presence of the 5-membered along with the 6-membered, because 5-membered ring have ring constraint, right? As they, for example, have the spirocyclic ring system. So ring constraint in a molecule can also create different conformation in a molecule, but property of the molecule will be same. In case of this one, trovaloxane, so in this one is the fused bicyclic ring system because of this. Right here in the this varenicline, right? So this bridge bicyclic ring system, because of this bicyclic ring system, it has constraint in molecule. These are different conformation of the molecule. So you can see that the menthol, and then there it has a different conformation. In case of here you can see it one, this one is equatorial, this one is the equatorial. They are also axial and axial. So these are both are same molecule with different conformation, the same as in all this one. That all the stereochemistries, all the only the difference arrangement in the space.